Hey, Vikings Nation, what's good? Buckle up, because the Minnesota Vikings just dropped their first unofficial depth chart of the 2025 season, and it's got some jaw-dropping surprises that'll have you glued to your screen. We're diving into the nitty-gritty of who's rising, who's falling, and what it all means for our boys in purple as they gear up to face the Houston Texans this Saturday. Are you ready to unpack the drama and see who's fighting for a spot on this roster? This depth chart is our first real glimpse into how the Vikings are shaping their 53-man roster for 2025. And let me tell you, it's a wild ride. From Ty Chandler battling for RB3 to Lucky Jackson stealing the show at wide receiver, there's a ton to talk about. So, grab your skull chant, and let's break down the 7 biggest takeaways that have Vikings fans buzzing. What's your hot take on this depth chart, Vikings Nation? Drop it in the comments below, because we're about to dive deep into the battles that could define our season. Let's go. The running back room is heating up, and Ty Chandler's name is still shining at RB3. According to the depth chart, he's holding off Xavier Scott, but don't sleep on this competition. It's a legit camp battle that could go either way. Chandler's been bringing the energy, with his 4.38 speed and 2024 stats of 456 rushing yards showing he's got the juice to be a game changer. But here's the kicker. Scott's been turning heads in camp with his versatility and special teams hustle. The Vikings love players who can wear multiple hats, and Scott's making a case to climb the ladder. This depth chart might favor Chandler now, but a big preseason performance could flip the script. Who do you think should be RB3, Vikings fans? Ty Chandler's explosiveness or Xavier Scott's all-around game? Hit the comments and let's debate this one. Let's talk wide receivers, because Lucky Jackson is making waves at WR4. With Justin Jefferson sidelined by a mild hamstring strain, per a recent Vikings post on X, Jackson's been running with the first-team offense, and this depth chart proves he's earning that spotlight. His 2024 preseason flashes, including a 47-yard grab against Philly, are carrying over big time. The next tier has rookie Ty Felton and veteran Rondale Moore, but hold up. Some camp reports suggest Tim Jones and Jeshaun Jones might be creeping up. Felton's draft pedigree gives him an edge, but Moore's speed and experience make this a crowded race. Jackson's surge could mean he's the WR3 while Jordan Addison serves a potential 3-game suspension. Per recent buzz on X, Vikings Nation, is Lucky Jackson the real deal, or is someone else stealing that WR4 spot? Drop your predictions below, because this battle is far from over. Tight end talk, Skol fans. This one's juicy. The depth chart lists Ben Urosek and Giovanni Ricci as Kono. 3 tight ends with that big or signaling a dead heat. Urosek, an undrafted rookie from Georgia, got $234,000 guaranteed from the Vikings, showing they believe in his potential, while Ricci's 36 NFL games bring veteran savvy. Bryson Nesbitt and newly signed Nick Vannett are a step below, but don't count Vannett out. Signed after Gavin Bartholomew's PUP list stint, per Vikings.com, Vannett's experience could see him climb fast. Special teams will be huge here, as Kevin O'Connell's praised Urosek's versatility in camp, but Vannett's blocking chops might give him an edge. Who's your pick for T3, Vikings Nation? Urosek's upside or Vannett's veteran grit? Let's hear it in the comments. Edge rushers. Let's get fired up. Gabriel Murphy, an undrafted gem, is locked in as OLB4 behind stars like Jonathan Greenid, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Dallas Turner. Murphy's relentless motor and camp buzz, like his sack in a joint practice last week, make this no surprise, per VikingsTerritory.com. Bo Richter and rookies Tyler Batty and Chaz Chambliss are fighting for OLB5, but Murphy's got the edge for now. His ability to set the edge and chase down quarterbacks is turning heads, and this depth chart confirms he's ahead of the pack. But with 3 preseason games left, Richter's special teams hustle could shake things up. Skol fans, is Gabriel Murphy a lock for the roster, or can Richter steal that OLB5 spot? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk defense. Inside linebacker is where things get spicy. Brian Asamoah II is listed ahead of rookie Kobe King, but hold the phone. I'm not convinced Asamoah's making the team. His 2024 struggles, with only 17 tackles in 14 games, have fans questioning his fit in Brian Flores' scheme. Kobe King, on the other hand, brings fresh legs and a nose for the ball, with camp reports praising his instincts. The depth chart might favor the veteran for now, but King's upside could flip this battle by the time the 53-man roster drops. Eric Wilson's special teams role keeps him safe, but this spot is up for grabs. Vikings Nation, who's got the edge at inside linebacker? Asamoah's experience or King's potential? Hit the comments and let's break it down. Cornerback controversy alert. Undrafted rookie Zamea Vaughn is buried at CB9 on the depth chart, which is straight up puzzling. Camp reports, like one from Vikings fanpage on X, have him making plays with the second-team defense, flashing his 6 feet 2.5 inches frame and 32-inch arms. This guy's a ball hawk. The top dogs, Byron Murphy Jr., Isaiah Rodgers, and Jeff Okudah are set, with Mekhi Blackmon and Dwight McGlothern in the mix. But Vaughn's hype train took a hit with this ranking, despite his standout camp moments. He's still got time to climb, and I'm betting he leapfrogs someone like Reddy Stewart for a roster spot. What's the deal with Vaughn, Skull fans? Is this depth chart sleeping on him, or does he have work to do? Drop your take in the comments. Special teams. Baby, let's talk returners. Rondale Moore is slated as the starting punt returner, a role he hasn't held since his 2021 rookie season with Arizona, where he averaged 8.1 yards per return. This is a huge nod for Moore, who's been on the roster bubble with Addison's potential suspension looming. Ty Felton's listed as the starting kick returner, edging out Ty Chandler, which is a bold move. Felton's speed and draft pedigree give him the nod, but Chandler's explosiveness could make this a camp battle to watch. Special teams could decide these guys' roster fates, so every rep counts. Who's your pick for return duties, Vikings Nation? Moore and Felton, or does Chandler sneak back in? Let's hear your predictions below. Let's zoom out and talk big picture. This depth chart is unofficial, so don't carve it in stone. Teams drop these early lists to meet NFL requirements, but they often favor veterans over camp standouts. That's why Vaughn's CB9 spot feels off, and Jackson's WR4 rise is so exciting. The Vikings are still tweaking this roster, with practices Wednesday and Thursday before the Texans game, per Vikings.com. Preseason performances will shake this up big time, so expect movement across the board. Guys like Urosek, Murphy, and Vaughn have a chance to prove they belong. What changes do you see coming after the preseason opener, Skull fans? Drop your bold predictions in the comments. Offensive line battles are heating up, and rookie Donovan Jackson's already listed as the starting left guard. The first-rounder's been battling incumbent Blake Brandel, but this depth chart says Jackson's in the driver's seat, per VikingsTerritory.com. His power and agility are turning heads. Brandel's not going down without a fight, though. His versatility and 2024 starts at guard give him a shot to reclaim the spot. With Christian Darrisaw anchoring left tackle, this line could be a strength if Jackson locks in as a rookie. Vikings Nation, is Donovan Jackson ready to start Week 1? Or does Brandel have one more trick up his sleeve? Let's talk O-line in the comments. Back to the wide receivers because this group is stacked. With Jordan Addison facing a potential 3-game suspension, per XBuzz, Lucky Jackson's WR4 spot could make him the de facto WR3 to start the season. That's huge for a guy who's been a practice squad mainstay. Rondale Moore's punt returner role might just secure his roster spot, especially with his 4.29 speed. Ty Felton's kick returner nod shows the Vikings are betting on youth, but veterans like Tim Jones could still crash the party. This group's depth is wild. Who's your breakout wide receiver, Skull fans? Jackson, Moore, or someone else? Drop it in the comments and let's see who's got the hot hand. Tight end drama isn't done yet. Nick Vannett's signing, reported by Vikings.com, came after Gavin Bartholomew's lingering PUP list status. Vannett's 90 career catches and blocking prowess make him a dark horse to steal that T3 spot from Urosek and Ricci. Urosek's got the coaching staff's attention, with O'Connell praising his camp performance. But Ricci's experience and special teams value keep him in the mix. This battle's going down to the wire, and preseason snaps will be huge. Vikings Nation, who's locking down T3? Vannett's veteran edge or Urosek's upside? Hit the comments with your pick. Let's talk defense again, because Gabriel Murphy's OLB 4 spot is a big deal. This undrafted rookie's been a camp darling with his 2024 UCLA stats, 8 sacks and 61 tackles, showing he's got the tools to make an impact, per VikingsTerritory.com. Bo Richter and Tyler Batty are nipping at his heels, but Murphy's edge setting and pass rush moves give him the lead. With Flores' aggressive 3-4 scheme, we could see Murphy getting real snaps if he keeps this up. The Texans game will be his chance to shine. Skull fans, is Murphy a future star? Or will Richter or Batty surprise us? Drop your thoughts below and let's talk pass rush. Cornerback depth is a roller coaster. Zamea Vaughn's CB9 listing doesn't match his camp hype, where he's been locking down receivers with the second team, per DailyNursimon.com. His length and playmaking scream roster lock, so this depth chart feels like a head-scratcher. Byron Murphy Jr. and Isaiah Rodgers are set as starters, with Jeff Okudah and Mekhi Blackman battling for CB3. Vaughn's got time to climb, but he'll need big preseason moments to jump someone like Dwight McGlothern. This group's got potential, but it's crowded. What's Vaughn's ceiling, Vikings Nation? CB5 or higher, or is he stuck on the bubble? Let's hear your takes in the comments. Special teams could make or break some roster dreams. Moore's punt returner role and Felton's kick returner spot are huge, but don't forget Silas Bolden and Miles Price, who've been practicing returns, per DailyNursimon.com. This competition is wide open. Chandler's loss of the kick returner role to Felton is a surprise, given his speed. But with new kickoff rules emphasizing returners, the Vikings are clearly testing their options. Preseason games will be critical for these guys to lock in their roles. Who's your dark horse for returner duties? Skull fans, Bolden, Price, or someone else? Drop it in the comments and let's get hyped for special teams. Alright, Vikings Nation, it's time to wrap this up. This depth chart is just the start, and with the Texans game looming, we're about to see who steps up and who's left behind. From Lucky Jackson's rise to Zamea Vaughn's surprising depth chart snub, the Minnesota Vikings are keeping us on our toes. The preseason's our chance to see J.J. McCarthy, Donovan Jackson, and these roster bubble guys prove their worth. With practices this week and a Saturday showdown, per Vikings.com, the 53-man roster picture is about to get a lot clearer. Who's got your vote to make the cut? Skull fans, let's keep the energy high. Smash that like button, drop your hottest takes in the comments, subscribe for more Vikings news, and share this with your fellow Purple faithful. Skull Vikings, let's make some noise.